Gen Z is the worst generation of all time. They're lazy, they're fat, and they play too much video games. Back in my day, if you didn't have a job, you were worth nothing. These lazy Zoomers have the gall to dare not work in the society that raised them. It's absolutely embarrassing. If I was a Zoomer, I would have gotten off that video game and made loads of money with that thing they call the cell phone. With all the opportunities Zoomer had, they're just despicable. It all started with the millennials. Those little snowflakes, I've just always hated them. But then Gen Z came around, and they made, on TikTok, the OK Boomer insult. Absolutely unfair. The cheekiness of the kids of today's world is horrible. I can't stand it anymore. The youth is corrupted to the core. Why can't they just be normal and sit down and watch TV? No, they're on their video games jerking off. What a worthless bunch of sods. Their parents should have spanked them more. When my kids came of age, I just kicked them out. Did away with them, threw them in the trash. It was tough love. And most of them didn't really survive, but that's okay, 'cause each and every child I lose, I just make more with my beautiful wife. Oh, how I love the wife. Whenever you need to get work done, I just always think of the wife. Oh, how the wife, so much more smarter than us men. Women know a lot. You would do well to listen to them. Most women are smarter than men. They're sharp and cunning. They're very knowledgeable. If it wasn't for the wife, we would have no children. Society would crumble. They teach them, train them, teach them how to be respectful. Lost are the days of our poor wives and grandkids, and it's all because of those millennials and Gen Z. Most of us have forgotten by now, but it was millennials who ruined napkins, trying to save money with paper towels. How disgusting. Never forget what the millennials have done. Don't forget the snowflakes. They're all unique. But Gen Z, this is the worst generation of all of them. They're so privileged these days. Internet nomads is what we call them. They were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and it's because of all the hard work we and our fathers have done for this society. They're ungrateful. If it wasn't for us, they'd be out on the streets as it is. They need to learn to respect their elders. Ungrateful little turds they are. It is thanks to us boomers changing their diapers and managing multiple children at once while we provided that made the very house they stand in. Nowadays, the Zoomers can't even read a map. I've seen those teachers work. They've splayed it out over their presentations multiple times in PowerPoints and all sorts of things. While these ungrateful brats just pick their nose and shoot pit bulls at each other. Time and time again, we've seen news stories exposing how ungrateful these kids are. Some of them don't even watch the news. They're all ignorant and dumb. Everyone who has any form of education knows that the media is out there to convey the truth. Yeah, there's a few journalists that lie from time to time, but we always know that everyone's working hard to keep that from happening. Those journalists are always kicked out because we boomers take disciplinary measures on those who misbehave, something the younger generation doesn't understand. All because of these weak, flimsy generations that came after us. It's not our fault you're lazy. It's yours because you aren't respectful. Most of Gen Z these days just want to dance on TikTok. But most of them won't even make it, and reality is going to hit them hard when they realize that they gotta find a job. All the Gen Zers who went to trade school will make it. But those who spent their time on TikTok will be left behind. And it is their fault because they didn't pay attention. Not ours. We're the greatest generation to walk the earth after our fathers and grandparents. When times got rough, we pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps and kept going. But what does the younger generations do? They jerk off, play their little video games, how brain dead they are, while we get educated on the television. It brings a tear to my eye when all those older generations get mistreated and mislabeled when they run the place. Without us, there would be nothing but failure. But we get told too. All the amount of times I've survived trips to the hospital, surgeries, stitches on my groin, shows just how strong we are compared to today's phone booth and technology. When someone was in danger, we used to pick a fight and punch them in the mouth. Punch them right in the old kisser. But this generation, oh no, they're just too lazy to do that. They just pull out their cell phones, run the camera, and watch in silence. Oh, because they're afraid of a little trouble. But they're more than glad to post it online, on their TikTok, all for a little bit of views. Disgusting. Back in my day, we used to fight for what we believed in. When we had disagreements, we would start fist fights. But none of these kids can even throw a punch. They have to pull out their guns that they robbed from their inattentive millennial parents. God has a plan for all of us. And there's a reason why our plan went well. And the Zoomers and the Millennials' plans are failing because they've lost their way. God rewards those who work, who fight, not those who cower under the covers at night because they're too afraid to get out of bed. These poor saps have a reality coming. But let them sort it out. That's what my pops did when things got rough. He just sat by, grabbed a bag of popcorn, and let me sort it out. It was an enlightening experience having to fight on my own behalf. And we shall do the same. We will grab our popcorn and watch everything play out and do nothing but sit around and watch TV while going to protests. What's your favorite picket sign? Tell me down below in the comments. And subscribe for more boomer advice. The kind of advice you'll get nowhere else but from the real boomers, or from the society that we forged.